I said this would happen. Republicans are promoting and they have passed a bill that would make it illegal for a citizen to record a police officer. Let me take you to Arizona. Put up the picture of the guy sponsoring the bill. His name is John Kavanaugh. The individuals who took video of the police killing of George Floyd or Eric Garner would have faced criminal charges if in Arizona under their new legislation, if applied. It has already won the approval of the State House of Representatives with only Republican support. The legislation now heads to the Senate. This is extremely dangerous. The bill proposed by Fountain Hills Republican Representative John Kavanaugh, who spent decades as a police officer for the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, would make it unlawful for someone to film the police up to 15 feet away while officers were engaged in lawful enforcement activity. Constitutional experts and civil rights advocates say the proposed law would be unconstitutional. Now, he believes, no, it's actually constitutional because I'm not telling people to stop recording. I'm just saying stop recording police officers and we're gonna just make up some distance rule so that your recording would be ineffective, all right? So he says it distracts the cop. This is what he says, the representative. It distracts the cop against the person they are making enforcement against. If I ban videotaping, then it will be unconstitutional. Let's put up his picture again. He's a dumbass. Now, this is likely going to pass, okay? Now, if it gets signed into law, I do believe it will be overturned, hopefully by a judge if you find a decent and common sense judge. But that's also you rolling the dice, all right? So let's be very clear. The Supreme Court has upheld time and time again that civilians are allowed to record police officers. And explain this to me. How is it that me holding a recorder, a telephone or whatever it may be, how does that impact your job as a cop? If I'm literally staying out of your investigation and recording, how does that impact your ability to do your job? How does it create a distraction? And really, if you're doing your job right, you want as many people as possible recording it. You don't want somebody's word against you and they're lying on you, Mr. or Miss Officer. You want a camera record. You want evidence of your good deeds, of your execution of professional services. You want somebody to be able to be a witness for you if you're doing your job right. But we all know why you don't want it. We all know why police departments across this country are saying no to this. They do not want citizens recording them because they want to continue to do their dirt without being held accountable. Let's call it for what it is. All right, it gets deeper. Courts have upheld that people do have a constitutional right to videotape police activity. And now to say that it is illegal is just idiotic. This would make the recording of the murder of George Floyd illegal. That's according to Dan Barr, media and First Amendment attorney. Here are the details of the bill that we're talking about. It's House Bill 2319. Says that anyone who police order to stop filming, think about how dangerous this is. If anyone who police order to stop filming continues to do so, they would face a class 3 misdemeanor and up to 30 days in jail. The bill passed out of the Arizona House of Representatives Wednesday, 31-28, with Republicans supporting it and Democratic lawmakers opposing it. These people don't give a damn about the Constitution. They know this is unconstitutional. They don't care about the Constitution. An amendment added by the House Appropriations Committee allows people, it says, okay, all right, we're going to allow people to film their own interactions with the police. Good luck. Good luck on that amendment. As long as they are not interfering with lawful police actions. Have you ever tried to film yourself while being arrested by the police? Okay, you ever seen somebody try to do it? It's always unsuccessful. So they're saying, that's lawful. We could put that in the amendment, including searching, handcuffing, or administering a field sobriety test. The amendment also allows passengers in a vehicle to film as long as they do not interfere with lawful police actions. Once again, how in the hell is a recording interfering with lawful police actions? If you're interfering with lawful police actions, you're doing something other than recording. Because literally recording means you're recording. That means you're not interfering because you're holding something to record. You're not interfering, you can't interfere. The amendment also limits what could be filmed from closer than 15 feet, questioning a suspicious person, conducting an arrest, issuing a summons, or enforcing the law, and handling an emotionally disturbed or disorderly person who is exhibiting abnormal behavior. Where did this idea come from? Kavanaugh said he initially got the idea to run the bill because he had seen stories of groups of people going around filming police. I mean, damn, they're acting like citizens. He said the legislation didn't originate with any police union or advocacy group. He's lying. Though he later told ABC 15 the idea came from a Tuscan cop, all right? Why does this matter? Filming the police has played an integral role in helping journalists and researchers learn the breadth and how law enforcement use what's called cover charges. You know what a cover charge is? That's when they charge you with BS because they have nothing else to charge you with. It's to cover their ass, all right? They use cover charges to justify the use of excessive force against you because they never had a reason to arrest you in the first place. The term is often used by defense attorneys to describe charges used by police to cover up their bad behavior or explain away the use of excessive force. Now I'm gonna give you a stat that should be shocking to everybody. In Jefferson Parish, Louisiana, a department we cover a lot here in Indisputable. Out of all of the times where a cover charge was used, 73% of the time, it was a black person. Okay? Let that sink in. Mr. Malone, thoughts on this?
This is happening with voting. It's happening with now police, not lawmakers pushing up laws. But Republicans are very strategic, and they're much more strategic than Democrats. When we look at Trump was placing a lot of circuit judges in particular positions because he knew when laws came down that they could overturn them. So Republicans are very strategic. And so we know goodness damn well that this law is not right. And we know that police are public servants. They're there to protect the public trust. And so there is nothing that a police officer should be doing that's not allowed to be recorded or documented. And so I think this really should wake us up, and especially wake Democrats up, to know that we gotta get people elected into these state legislative officers that can be able to move legislation forward, and to get this kind of stuff shouldn't even get out of committee. It shouldn't even get out of committee at all. We know that this is not right. The data is behind it. I don't even know why we're having the conversation. It shouldn't come out of committee, but we gotta be more strategic as Democrats to make sure that we're putting people in the right places. Man, we gotta put people in the right places. If not, we're gonna continue to see these type of legislations get passed through.